Okay, in this video I want to just quickly go through Xampp installation under the Linux operating system. Now this is Ubuntu 19.0.4 and I'm right in the Apache friends.org, the official web URL for downloading web servers, Xampp web server. The Xampp web server begins with the Windows version, then you have the Linux version or Linux version. Here we have 7.3.7, and this about this time this is about the latest version. So we quickly click on the download, and then it downloads. Once the download is complete, you go to the download folder and you open this in the terminal. Once you open in terminal, it comes up, you're in the download directory. The next thing to do is to check the directory. You can just type ls, or you can type dir like you have in your Windows. Ls is more common for Linux environment. So what we want to do right now is I want to install Xampp and ensure it is running as our web server, so we can write PHP scripts. So how do we do that? I want you to pay attention to what I'm doing on the screen. Sudo is a general word in keyword used in Linux environments for administrative privilege access. So we write sudo./Xampp, or rather than writing that, all we have to do is just copy this file name here, run files. If you're in Windows, you'll be seeing exe, but in the Linux environment you see run. So once you type this out, you press the return key and you wait for the installation dialog to come out. Okay, so the setup is up. You click on next. Now make sure these two things are checked: the Xampp core files and the Xampp developer files. So you click on next. Now look at it here, it's telling us Xampp is going to be installed to opt LAMPP. So whenever we want to call up this web server, we can actually call it up with respect to this directory. So you click on next. Now here you have this Bitnami advertisement. You may just ignore this, just uncheck this, so you'll be more focused on what we're doing for now. Otherwise you could click it, but much later we'll be coming back to these aspects. So you click next. Now setup is ready, installing on your computer. So you click on next and we wait for it to install. It should take just about some time to install, and once it's installed, we'll go to the next stage. Okay, so with the completion of the installation, we want to launch Xampp, of course. Make sure this is checked. Then you click finish. As soon as we click finish, we're going to see another dialog. Yes, and this is it. You have the welcome tab, you have the manage servers, and you have the application log. Now this is our most frequented place. This should be the most frequented place. You have MySQL database, you have ProFTTP, and then you have Apache web server. Now you can actually start all, or you can stop all, or you can restart all, depending on your context. So right now let's just start all and ensure that everything is working from this interface. Now as it starts, each of them starts and changes from starting to running. Okay, so we will have a three green light now, so we can go into the browser and actually check online to see if we can access the local host. This local host is the local computer that will be developing the web application. Okay, here we are. We have Xampp, Apache, MariaDB, PHP plus Perl. So, and this is the version. This is the version of the Xampp we just installed. Okay. The next important thing you want to check up here is the PHP info. This stores the variable that PHP ini. PHP ini. I'll be talking about PHP ini very soon. This PHP ini stores the configuration of PHP installed on the system. Now you should also note that PHP is powered by Xampp engine. Xampp engine is a body that administers the operations of the software itself, PHP, as a script. So then the other thing you might want to check here is the PHP MyAdmin that stores the SQL. Yes, this is where our SQL will be built from. You want to build things and structure interfaces that will be querying the databases like I described earlier on. This is where it all happens. Okay, so after we have tested on the browser and also seen how to start the Xampp, now the next thing I would want to demonstrate here is actually starting up the Xampp from the terminal. We are still in the Linux environment, so assuming you wanted to start the Xampp server from the terminal, from the Linux terminal, this is the way to go about it. Pay close attention and follow the steps. This is very the first thing you want to do is just change directly to where Xampp is actually installed. LAMPP as LAMPP, Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. That's what that stands for. So we just click the enter. You see that now the directory changes to opt LAMPP. Like I said, LAMPP is Linux, Apache, MySQL, PHP, and PHP. Yes, Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. You shouldn't forget that. Just make sure it's part of you. Now that we're in this directory, we want to check the content of the directory. Okay, here we are, ls. Like what I told you, ls is just like dir on Windows version. Now look at what is there. We have Apache bin, build, CGI bin. We have etc htdocs, which is also very important. That's the main place where the application will be developed and stored, htdocs. Okay, you should take note of that. Then you have include info, kill process, lamp, libexec, licenses, logs, MySQL, peer, PHP MyAdmin, and a lot of people. Where we are actually concerned with now is this manager. this particular manager. Now you can actually launch the manager directly from the terminal. And this is how you do that. You say sudo since you've copied that, you can actually copy this to save time and then paste, run. Of course, you need to authenticate and ensure that you have the right access. You are in the privileged access mode. Okay, so this is it. This is the interface. Now what we've just done is that we launched the manager straight up from the terminal. You see, you can check and see what is running and what is not, just like we did the other time after we finished the installation. Okay, just to ensure that this is still running. Now the next thing is we want to create some kind of file. Okay, a file that will run our web or test a script, a simple script in PHP. Okay, let's just clear this up and then we move to the next stage. Now cd, just change directory to opt, okay, then lampp, then htdocs. Okay, yeah, we are there. Okay, now you check the directory ls. This shows us everything that we have on script. So what we'll do right now is that we want to test a script, test a simple script and see how this outputs out in a browser. And the way to do this is just you write this code, sudo gedit. It's supposed to be 1e, gedit. Then let's call this first PHP. Okay, so we are there now. It has given us a script, and let's try and run a simple script in PHP. So let's save. We've written this, and you can also say echo first PHP script. Okay, after we're done with the editing, we save. Okay, we save this and then we possibly close. Now let's go to the browser and see how we can run this on the script or on the browser. This is how to do that. You go to localhost just like we went the other time, then you type first .php. I think there's an error there, so I need to correct that script. Okay, PHP info, save, go back to the script. Okay, so it runs now. Actually, there was an error in the first script. The script that was supposed to generate this was having a wrong. It was not supposed to have an underscore. It was just supposed to have PHP info. We want to call out the script. That same script we ran during the interface when we're testing the local host after installation. So you should expect to always learn how to debug scripts, because errors are bound in software, but the earlier you catch those errors, the better. Now look at what it has given us. It's giving us two major things here. The first line here is hi, this is my first PHP script. Then the second one is PHP version, which we saw earlier from the script, from the preset script. But the difference now is that this is giving us from a script we wrote ourselves. Yes, it's giving us this from the script. This very script here, the script that says echo hi. Now echo in PHP is, you should just know that it's for outputs, for bringing out outputs into the browser. And we are outputting two things here. The first one is hi, this is my first PHP script. Then the second one is just saying echo PHP info. And please take note of these tags. These are the functional tags for PHP. It's very important. The moment you have these there, then you can do a whole lot of things.